tomorrow must be opening night tomorrow.
Coach, speaking of, can you sense an excitement growing within the group as they get prepared to play in front of home fans and tip this season off?
Absolutely. I think our day today was that in itself was guys just want to get to the game. We've prepared enough. We feel prepared to get the job done starting tomorrow night, and these guys are really excited about this opportunity to play in front of our home fans. Game one.
Where do you think stand with Jalen Suggs, his availability, what he's done in practice?
I mean, he had a great day, and like I've continued to tell you all is that when we go off of how he responds to the treatment and what he's been doing with that group, and today was a good day, yesterday was a good day, so he's responding well.
Has he been able to do full contact yet?
He has been able to do full contact, yes.
What would that mean, whether he's back tomorrow or within the coming weeks for the team?
Well, it's just great to see, that he's able to go through full contacts with the 5-on-5, with the group of guys, being out there with his brothers, as he continues to say. But it would mean a lot for us. We know what he brings to the table, his energy, his toughness, his defensive presence as the head of the snake defensively, but then also his controlling of the floor, on the offensive end.
When he comes back, is there a plan to kind of manage him, kind of ramp him kind of back into playing regularly, especially without a training camp?
Absolutely. We've talked about, each guy is different in the way that they respond back to treatment and when they come back, but we also have to be smart and we think long term, and that's going to be the focus when he does work his way back with the group.
I haven't heard this in so many years, but we could say, now a lot of experts say as well, that Orlando Magic is a top contender. I mean, it could be top 5 in the Eastern Conference. How can you digest that information knowing that you have a team and it's not about rebuilding, it's about winning?
Well, I think, and we've said this before, and that's a great statement. I do believe that it continues to focus on our process. No matter what the predictions are for the end of the year, we got to start with game one tomorrow. And with that being said, we've also started with practice after practice. How are we getting better every single day to put ourselves in position to be at the best, come, May and June?
How different is game one on the road versus game one at home?
Last year we were on the road, and I thought that was good for us and our group. This group is so tied together. The togetherness that they have, the focus that they have for one another, being around one another is big even when we're on the road. But being at home, our atmosphere, our fans, that energy, the vibes that we have in this building are always electric, and I think that's big for this group to get the energy started out the right way.
And when you are at home, do you have a tradition or something you do with your family or something right before the marathon starts tomorrow?
No, I've been doing as best as I can to spend the most time that I can when I'm with them. But ultimately, during the season, when I'm home, I'm home. When I'm with them, I'm with them, and when I'm in this building, I'm in this building. But it's about the focus of getting these guys in the right position to have a chance this year to do some great things, and these guys are prepared for it. They really are.
You mentioned one of the biggest points of training camp was pushing the pace. Now that you're in the regular season, how do you continue to emphasize that pushing pace? Scream it, yell it, film it, watch it. Emphasize it even more so. But these guys understand, I think, what we're trying to do with that. We'll show it on film. Our coaches have done a tremendous job of hitting those messages home on how we want to play. And then that's part of the process. You'll be able to look at certain stats. Film does not lie. You'll be able to tell them certain situations if we're following that process.
You mentioned the team being prepared. Do you sense a different level of focus or preparation from this group coming in this year? We've mostly been together now. We've talked a lot about the expectations internally as much as externally. Do you sense a different level of preparedness or focus as you get ready to start this thing?
Well, I think there's a understanding of what you've been through in the last 2 years, for the most part, that they get what's coming their way. And obviously there's always going to be the unexpected things that happen throughout a year, but this group has been prepped in a lot of ways for that. Dealing with injuries, dealing with the season, coming off a loss, coming off a winning streak. Those things are all going to happen with an NBA season, and I think that's the preparation that these guys understand, and having veterans in our locker room does a lot for that, because they can speak to that experience, that you don't get too high and you don't get too low, so you're prepared for what the NBA season can bring.
Coach, it's been said during media day that he's a better. In what ways have you seen that come to life in training camp, and really what's the benefit of having a personality like that?
You know, I think that actually started when he first got here, not necessarily in training camp, in some of our first pickup games. His ability to talk to the teammates in a commanding way. His leadership showed up right away, whether it was telling the big where they needed to be on the floor, emphasizing getting back in transition defense, or overemphasizing the extra pass. Those are the things and how he pushes guys to do the right thing and make the right play and star in your role when you're on the court.
Everybody good?
Good deal.
Thank you all. Appreciate it. Thank you.